Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. We've been delaying a bit, but let's get to this big news that I teased in the title because a lot of you guys have been asking about an update regarding what are we doing regarding the Netflix documentary, the unfair use that they did of our clips, the seemingly false light that they've painted us in, making us seem like we were in cahoots with Johnny, which we weren't. We were never paid or in cahoots with Johnny, never met the guy until far after, never was in talks with anybody in his team. However, a lot of people have reached out and explained to me that that's how it was. They took it based on this documentary. And as I was explaining to Lewis and Steph, who are here with me live, I've been getting a lot of messages, negative messages across social media, emails of people who are just not really didn't get any of this during the trial. It only started coming in based on this documentary, which is problematic for me. It's like it's creating a bad thing for our brand, for my credibility, trying to imply that I was somehow doing this wrongfully, right, in cahoots with Johnny, which was never the case. We never met Johnny until afterwards because we covered it, and I covered it due to my own experience and because I had been following the evidence. Really, when that audio tape dropped from Amber, it was a game changer because I think most people were like, oh, they're both crazy. Hollywood weirdos, celebrities, they're both toxic, whatever, get this over with. But when that audio dropped, I realized, oh man, no, this Johnny is getting screwed. There was this idea in Hollywood for a while that women couldn't lie, only men could. And so this threw it all in its head. And it seems like most of America and the world even came across and realized that Johnny won. It was pretty clear. I feel like unanimously, all of us, left, right, center, all came to agree by watching the trial to say, wow, this woman was lying. Kudos, Johnny, you win. Well deserved. It had nothing to do with this celebrity, right? It had everything to do with the evidence. And that was all well and good. And then as the months have progressed, more media outlets, more Cat 10 barges, people out there are trying to put out this false narrative that Amber was wronged. And it's been frustrating to say, and we call it out when we see it. But this now new documentary that started on Channel 4 and then debuted this fall, this past couple weeks on Netflix, which has been in the top 10. It was #1 and still in the top 10 as of taping today. Decided to sort of revisit the trial and paint it in this way and edit it in this way where it's implying that the YouTubers and TikTokers and social media people were what really decided the outcome, which to me is defamatory towards the jurors and anybody who was there who did their service. It was about the evidence. The people on social media reacted because they watched Amber on the stand. And most of these reporters and documentarians, I feel like, didn't watch the trial. They came in after the fact and sort of just saw some stupid headlines and thought that way. So anyway, there's this new resurgence of things. So when this documentary came out, I ignored their requests for being on it. I didn't want to get involved in any of this stuff just because who can you really trust? Who's really going to tell the true story? And I didn't want to give the license to anything. They requested license, and I just didn't give it to them. Fast forward, they decided to use the clips without us anyway. I didn't know it was for Netflix. I don't know what Channel 4 is, Steph. I know that's by you. I'm finding out now it's a big organization. I didn't know that. They didn't say that in the emails. It's Channel 4 and a streamer, and I'm like, whatever. This isn't serious. Who knows? I'm not going to give them permission, so it doesn't even matter. I didn't want to even hear it out because they weren't going to get my permission. Fast forward, the streamer was Netflix, and then it became a #1 show, and it's been all over the place. And then not only was it sort of put in this way that was really wrong, they let's call it what it is. They stole over a dozen clips of ours, including our world exclusive interview with Johnny Depp, and they play it in its entirety. There's no editing, there's no commentary, there's no transformative. It's, to me, not fair use. And it was very troubling to see not only people taking it this wrong way, but that they were just a big corporation like Netflix was able to just steal our footage. And then to make matters worse, copyrighted claimed us on YouTube, basically claiming that Channel 4 and Netflix were now the copyright owners of the footage. It was mind-blowing to me. And as all of you guys saw and reacted, you were upset. We were all upset. So where are we now? A lot of you guys have said, you got to do something, move forward. Well, we've decided to move forward, guys. I am happy to announce that I have hired counsel. I have spent the last couple weeks researching and speaking to people, and I can now reveal that we have brought counsel out. We have a lawyer who is representing us. I'm very excited. I hope to bring the lawyer on in the coming weeks. I'm going to tell you who in a second, but we now have counsel. And yes, I am now revealing, we can put the links public. We are now going to be exploring our legal options officially. I'm very excited to announce this lawyer, what we're doing. And I got to be careful here because I can't give you all the details and tell you what we're doing. But after speaking with this lawyer who gave me his time to speak and was really invested, he impressed me. And with his blessing, I've gotten the permission to release this document, which is going to be a fundraiser where we're going to begin to raise funds for phase 1 of potentially multiple phases of this. Now, let me explain what this means, guys. So, and if you want to put the link out there, it's now in my link tree. It's now public. We are going to make this a real deal. We need your support. If we can do this, with your support, we'll be able to make this happen. And it should now be on my link tree. I think the mods, you have the link. You can start sharing it. We will be looking for your help. Please spread the word if you want to, and break down what's happening here. We are going to begin the process of, figuring out what we can do against this documentary. I got to be careful what we're doing because we got to do our homework. And in order to do that, it costs money. It costs money for the lawyers to start doing the research, to build their cases, etc. And so figure out what we can do and how we can present and move forward with Netflix. And let me be clear here, guys. A lot of you are vilifying Netflix. That's not my intent here. I really don't know what Netflix knows. We can all jump to assume that they're the big bad guy who stole the footage. But it really was this Fullwell 73 production company that reached out to me, not Netflix, that knew they didn't have my permission. Now, does that mean Channel 4 and Netflix don't know that they don't have the rights to this? I hope when they find out, they will fix this, right? Let's try to go into this positively and solve this in a way that everybody can be a winner, because I hope Netflix will stand up for creators. But that's why I'm excited with this lawyer. We are going to do our due diligence, do our research, and do our reach out to figure out what can be done to right this wrong and make sure this doesn't happen again. So again, I want to be very clear on what this is. That this is phase 1 of our, legal exploratory fund. I'm very excited to announce that we will be working here with RM Warner Law, and particularly my lawyer here, Reyes. Mohammed is amazing. I've been talking to him. He's really well versed in this. He has also more other people in his firm also versed in the copyright claim, and et cetera, everything else. And he's been a really cool dude to talk to. I hope to bring him in when he's able to and when we can to talk about this and just other cases out there in the internet. I could just tell that this was a very important issue for him. And that's ultimately why I sided with him over several others we were talking to, because I believed he really wanted to right this wrong. And he does a lot of this internet law, defamation, copyright, etc. His firm covers a lot of this. So I was really impressed with what he does. And I wanted you guys to know and meet him and know. You can find that out there. Also, you can follow them on Instagram. Happy to support them because they're supporting us. They're going to work with us on this, which I'm very excited about. The mods have the links they'll be sharing out. But yeah, show them a follow. Give them some support. They're also over on YouTube, RM Warner Law. And this dude's a rock star. I can say I feel confident, Steph Lewis. I'm excited. I feel like we got someone on our team who's going to help us really look at this and not just like aggressively or me, you know what I mean? Like is really going to take the time to evaluate what do we need to do here to right this wrong and figure this out the right way. Is Netflix, maybe they'll be nice, right? Let's go in positive and try to be, clear on what the issues are, but also make sure we can rectify this situation amicably between all parties because they didn't have our permission. This is not in a good light. Maybe they thought they did. Let's see what happens. We are going to begin the process, and I would be grateful for any of your support if you want to help. Again, it's up to you. The link is right here. It's now the GoFundMe. It's a PayPal campaign. I hope it's working and up. It's the first time I've used it. Okay, there it is. It is starting to. Wow, there it is. Our first donations are coming in. I see it happening as we're live. Thank you guys so much. 6 of you have already donated. But yeah, you can keep coming. There we go. Thanks to everybody who's starting. They're literally coming in as we're talking because we just revealed this moment ago. If you are able to help support or at least spread the word, it would help tremendously. I think seeing this met pretty quickly will only help our cause, if you know what I mean, Steph and Lewis. So I'd really be grateful for your support so they know that you guys are rallying this. Because honestly, I'm doing this because you guys want this. This was, a wrong. I didn't know what to do. This is an uphill battle. But you guys were very vocal in wanting to right this wrong and say, no, you don't get to just do this. And so let's proceed and see what we can do to solve this problem. So there is the update, guys. I'm very excited and happy to have teamed up with RM Warner Law. And Reyes is going to, I think, do an amazing job. I'm excited to meet with him more, speak with him more, have you guys speak with him more. And like I said, we can't give you all the information about this case as it comes in. We will be very here and there addressing this case because we got to keep our details to ourselves. but we will do our best to give you the broader details when we're able to. And please respect and be patient, understand this is not going to be a very quick overnight sort of case, guys. It might likely be a much opposite. But that's the update for you guys. I'm excited to see where this can go. I hope Netflix and Channel 4 will right the wrongs here. We did not give them the permission. I want to see what we can do to sort this out. Can they apologize, correct? You know what I mean, Steph Lewis? Again, a lot to still be determined, but I'm very excited that we now have somebody who knows this stuff very well on our side to now be out there to figure out what we can do legally to protect ourselves and do it. So I'm excited for that. It's good. You know what I mean, Steph? It's good to have somebody strong and versed in this topic to now take it over for us to go figure out, well, what do we need to do next? What's the next step? What do you guys think? You excited?
I echo everything that Andy said. How's that, Andy?
Steph's like, I got to be careful. I don't want to say anything I'm not allowed to say. But yeah, you can say a little bit. That's as long as you say what I'm saying. We can't get into details. I don't want to badmouth anybody because, again, I don't know. I don't know who knows what. And that's part of the process, right, to figure it out. So I'm going to give all these. The production company knew. The production company knew. Let's keep it a buck. I don't think I'm not going to. Hopefully, I'm not getting in trouble saying that. But I've shown their emails. They know. Netflix and Channel 4, we shall see, right? So let's see what happens. But Lewis, what are your thoughts?
Let's talk about what we do know. And what we do know is that I even had people approach me about the documentary. I'm not in the documentary. And they were telling me that, hey, man, was your friend like in cahoots with Johnny Depp? It's like, no, we didn't even get invited by anyone that had to do with him. We went on our own for that event. And another fact is that the main parts of that documentary involved PopcornedPlanet. That's all people are talking about. I mean, right? And then the third part, and most important, is that I Googled this company that did the documentary, and they've been around for a long time. So is Netflix, and they should know better because than to just put out video that belongs to other people without any commentary over it. And then to add insult to injury, and I think this is the real reason, like, I'm really happy here, is the fact that they go up copyright striking you owning your video. And then on top of that, I know people that have ran reactions to trailers of Netflix movies, just trailers with reaction all over it, and they've gotten struck. Not a warning, struck, meaning their channel was off for a month or a week or whatnot. So it's kind of like they do it to us, right? And they have been by claiming your videos. So that's the part that sucks. And ultimately, look, we're fans of Netflix. This other company, no, but the one that put out the documentary. But there is a possibility they do get served, and they say, dude, this 73 company, Fullwell 73 or whatever, they effed up and we didn't know, and they just pull the documentary, or they do the right thing, or whatever. You guys come to an agreement. And I just want to add that Andy's really taking this serious behind the scenes, talking to us. He wants to make sure it doesn't step on anyone's toes, this kind of action. He's being very, very, very careful with how he moves forward. And so I'm just encouraging everyone to please consider donating or to share this fundraiser, because in a perfect world, to find justice, it should be free. Justice should be free, and fairity should be free. But in the real world, to get legal representation, it's really expensive. So that's the way you should look at it. And that's pretty much what I have to say about the situation right now. I'm upset at Netflix for being the people that strike first, and then obviously they're using your video. But oh, you're muted.
Andy can't hear you.
And I want to be careful because I don't know what they know. That's where it's stuck.
No, we don't know what they know.
I saw a lot of people trying to vilify Netflix. Netflix, I'd love to be in business with you. I'd love to sort this out. Like, I don't want this to turn into some crazy thing, because it's easy to let the emotions go out in the beginning, but I think I'd much rather solve this amicably. I think, Netflix stands for creatives. I know they claim to be, right? We're in the middle of a strike right now. Like, people fighting for their rights. Like, I don't think Netflix is trying to be that person. At least I hope they're not. Channel 4 too. So I hope this was just a mistake that they're going to be able to rectify and check. And to the production company, I think they need to do better at making sure they get the clearance to things, because they know they didn't have the clearance for mine. And this wasn't like, that's the other thing that's so crazy for me. It's like fair use is such an incredible and important thing. And this was not, in my opinion, fair use. This was unfair use. This wasn't like a 2-second clip they took of me reacting to the trial amidst a bunch of people. Like, this was specifically and a lot of clips they used, a lot of like jokes. It was like they used Steph. It was like the shot of me making my shot of me falling asleep on the bed. Like, this was stuff that was like exclusive and original to us that they didn't have permission to share or use. It wasn't even like it was footage from the trial. The interview with Johnny was made for us and the fans. I'm very honored and grateful we had it. And they don't get to just take it and put it in the narrative they want, in my opinion. We're gonna see this through. And thanks to everybody who's been out there. And my goodness, look at that. We already have almost $700, over $700 within minutes. Is incredible, you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Again, the more we can raise here, the more we can make sure we show that this is going to, we have the support of our audience. So please, if you can, spread the word. I'm very excited about where we go. Again, because I'm excited because I feel like we have good. Rice is here doing amazing work, and I know he's going to stand by us and ensure that we get the best outcome for all involved. I'm excited because he's very well versed in this. And after talking to him and speaking with him, I just feel like we're finally in good hands. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are going to follow through as you said you would. Let's get this going. Let's see what we can do here, and let's make sure that Netflix does the right thing. And hopefully we can find a way to make this all be perfect for everybody. Looking forward to where this goes. Again, be warned, we won't be able to give you every detail along the way, but I hope to have him on here, our lawyer on here soon to talk. And if you want some updates, feel free, and just also follow him over on Instagram. You can follow him over on YouTube as well. RM Warner Law. The mods have the groups, the links. I'll put them in the description of this video as well. But make sure to check it out. I'm excited for the future of also just getting other insight from him on internet law and cases, because I like finding new expert stuff. It's always good when we can find more legal and other experts in the field. And so I feel like Reyes is going to be another good addition to our Rolodex of people. And I'm glad that he saw the value in what we're doing and believed in our case. That's a good sign, right? To know that a lawyer's like, yeah, I want to take this on. I believe in what you're doing. Let's do this. Is incredibly, satisfying. And to know we weren't just being loony, Steph and Lewis. We were on to something. Sure enough, it seems. So stay tuned, guys, and we will be here live talking about this and more throughout the feed. But I want to trim this just so people have the update on this. But I'll try to answer any questions I can, as well as keep promoting and letting you guys know about this support, which keeps growing every time I refresh it. And it's only been up for 20 minutes. This is nuts. You guys are always so supportive. It blows me away. Thank you. Again, this was not I didn't think we'd be fighting these big institutions. But when something is wrong, we got to stand up for it. And in this case, it's time to right this wrong, and appreciate you guys attempting to help us. So again, check out the donation link. It's there at the PayPal campaign. You can go over there, support, donate via PayPal, and whatever you can give. Every dollar amount will help us get to there to show that we have your support in taking this fight on and moving forward into phase 1.